Hi, I'm Ronny from Ronny's Garage. I'm the Technical Chairperson for the Rolls-Royce Owners Club of Southern California. Today we're having our monthly technical seminar, and today we're going to be dealing with a S2 clock installation and repairs. What we have here is a 60 Bentley S2. Belongs to Mr. Smith right there. His radio didn't work and his clock didn't work. So he took it upon himself. He asked me a little bit about it before, I think. You did, didn't you? Yes. Yeah. So he took it out himself, and today we're going to put it back in. He had them repaired. Who did the clock again?
North Hollywood.
North Hollywood Speedometer. So he took it up there so he could talk to him. Let me know. Could you come over here and show me, because they told you how to adjust it, right? I don't know how that, or is there a note in here? Yeah, okay.
There are two, when I took it in, what they said was they convert it to quartz. The standard quartz would have a set for time in the center. They would simply drill a hole in the plastic, put one in. If I wanted them to do it to the original, they had to modify the interior of the quartz so that this now works as in the original. That only costs an additional $75 or $80 to do make it original. It was about $295
about $300
in total to convert it, but it hasn't worked in 50 years, so it was kind of a good idea.
Right. And the original movement is all mechanical with an electric, I would say it's a solenoid. So the clock has its mechanism that works, and the solenoid, all it does is winds it. And the problem with those is they have points, just like your ignition, and they burn and they just get old and tired. So it's usually best to just have it modified to quartz. You'll never have another problem as long as you're alive with it, as far as I'm concerned. So anyways, we're going to put that back in.
One question.
Yes, sir.
At 60 miles an hour, can you hear it tick?
You can get an app on your phone that can do that.
Okay, all right, that's a deal.
How's that? How's that? Or we put something on your hubcap. Tick, 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 right? Also, the clock has an instrument light bulb that goes in it. The original bulb, it screws into the socket, but there's a little 12-volt bulb. This is his original. You see it's all silvered on the inside, but you see the globe size. This base is real easy to duplicate, but the globe size is critical to fit inside the hole. And somebody recommended he get these. Everybody wants to go to LED. These are some wild-looking bulbs here that will actually light up.
Very brightly.
Yeah, but it won't fit in the hole. Whoopsie.
Ronny, do LED bulbs last much longer?
They last much longer, take a lot less juice. Forever. They do have limitations. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm taking a jumper wire around the outside. The base is normally hot. Well, you probably got to keep your polarity right on an LED. So, wow, it's Christmas. And these are green. You can see it had a green band on it, and they're made for instruments. Because almost all instruments, if you pull them out of your car, will have like a little plastic, like a filter or a clear, but most of them are blue. This one's green. So this probably had one in there. No, it doesn't right now. So anyways, there's that. So let's put this thing together. All right. So I guess now we can deal with the clock, which went right here. Now let's see what they did here. They still have this. This is the biggest pain in the butt right here. Is the hot wire has this tiny little wire with a ring terminal. Can you guys see that? And they didn't make it easy. They didn't make this threaded, so you just screw they put a nut on the back side. And I have definitely been upset over that on more than one occasion. And they're not standard threads. And where'd the nut go? Still on the back.
I thought I had the nut on the...
Oh, okay, yeah, it screws into that piece. All right, that's good. We're good. It screws into a little bracket. When you put this bulb in, be careful, because I broke it when I got to the end. I squeezed too hard. I get these bulbs from Auto Electric Specialties in the UK. They have a great website with all these old British bulbs, and you can just get them sent to you. You can probably find them in the States, but I don't know where. Once I find somebody that has things, I use them.
Sure.
Okay, so I can go ahead and put this bulb in here, so it'll hold it for me while I try. There's my little screw starter. This plastic protects the floor, but it hides things too. Let's see if it fits on this. I have a feeling it doesn't, but it might. Oh, look at that.
Lucky.
And also you want the interior light fuse, the number one, disconnected, because this is fused off of that. So if you touch it against any metal, you're going to short it out. So this little plate, I believe, goes behind it here. This is the tricky part. This. I was going to say, no way, first try. What was that? Oh, I know. It's not right. Ha-ha!
Shoots, he scores. Yeah.
Hey, I must be a professional, huh? Don't tell anybody. You want to make sure that this wire doesn't touch the case. It'll short it out. The case is the ground on this. Okay, so it has to be attached to the dash for it to have ground. So when you go to check to see if it works, it's got to be attached. Always helps to put it in right side up.
I was going to comment on that, but didn't want to get too involved.
It's easier to focus on things when you're not doing it. My dad does that to me all the time.
Drives you crazy, right?
He can be over there, he have nothing to do, and he'll walk over, and I'll be really into something, and he'll go a little point to something. Hey, you know, there's something loose back here. Thanks, Dad. Love my dad. Love my dad. Now, I've seen a lot of cars with shadow clocks in them, which has a different look because you could get those, but you have to space them because the shadow, the mounting tabs are in a different position, so it'll be deep in the wood. So let's go ahead. What's the clock say over there? 11 something. Now this what they did to this, what they charge you extra for is good, because I've seen a lot of these where you have to just push a button to let it run itself. They left the mechanical part connected, which is probably, it's worth it, I would think, to have this working right. 11:03. Now we got to put the fuse in. Somebody want to put that fuse in up there? Don't be scared. It's up there on the side, and it goes on the far outside. Awesome. Okay, so now, since it's been modified, we're not going to hear it, so we'll have to check it in a little bit. Hey, the clock is working.
Yes, it is.
Well, it's moved. Do we have those brown screws here, or did I leave them out there? When you put this piece of wood in, tilt it slightly. You can't always put it in that easy. It depends on the position of that metal piece behind. Oh, here they are.
You got Lady Luck riding on your shoulder.
Well, I didn't check the lights, though. Let's turn. Hey, it lights up, too.
Even better.
Wow. And you got to be careful when you put the wood screws in. A lot of people get a little bit overworked about getting all the screw slots even and in line, but if you tighten too much, you will crack the finish. Like this is done over here, you can see it's bubbled up. That happens for two reasons. One reason is they didn't make the holes bigger when it came back from the wood shop. You have to go through because that sealer will go in there and make the hole smaller. So that's one way to do that, and another way is to over tighten it. It'll make it lift up. So it doesn't take much to tighten it.
Well, that's just a little thing that really means a lot.
Oh yeah.
Open up that hole.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and because this sealer is pretty thick on these, so. All right, success. The clock is still working. Amazing. All right, we're done deal. Thanks for joining us. Sayonara.